As the new year begins and cold weather sets in, make sure your home stays warm and reliable with an incredible deal from Premier Heating and Air. Get $500 instant rebate on a standard efficiency unit, $1,000 on a higher efficiency model, and $1,500 instant rebate on the highest efficiency models. Get a heat system checkup for only $49. So don't drop the ball on your heating and air system. Experience a Premier difference today. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633. Restrictions may apply, cannot be combined with other offers, and this expires 1/31/2026. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
I think everybody's out of the dining area out there. We're going to go ahead and get started so we can get everybody home at a decent hour. I know it's a school night and everybody needs to get their homework done before we start school tomorrow. I appreciate everybody coming tonight and showing up to celebrate and support this football team. It's really a special year. We're really gonna try to honor them and recognize everybody tonight. But just an extraordinary year. Probably just me personally. Probably the most enjoyable football season that I've ever been a part of, and I've been able to be a part of some semifinal teams and some national championship teams in college, but this is probably the most rewarding year, probably the most rewarding experience I've been a part of as a player or coach. So it's really a testament. It's a lot of things that come together in all this. It's the players, it's the families, it's the school, it's the coaching staff. It's really a lot of things that come together to make this happen, and just really proud to be a part of it. Really, really proud of everybody involved, and really, really glad to have had this experience this year. But before we get started on some special recognitions and that sort of thing, I'm gonna call Coach Carlos Jones up here to pray for us, and then we'll get started with the ceremony.
Let us pray. Most holy, eternal God, wonderful Father, we give glory and honor to you for this night, God, this special occasion. Father, we thank you for these young men, God, who come out every day and just lay their heart on the line, Lord God, to work to get better and to accomplish the great things that we accomplished this season. Father, we bless you for all the coaches, for all the parents, but most of all, God, we just thank you for your grace that was upon us, Lord God, to break records and to, oh God, make it to be 13, 14, and 1. Lord, we just give you the glory and honor and praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Before we get into recognizing the players, I definitely don't want to miss anything. I want to say some thank yous to some people, but I want to start with the people that you spend time with every day. I want to recognize our coaching staff. They're all over here on this side, but if they could, they really dedicate. We get paid for the job, but I don't think any of us do it for the money. It's a calling. I truly believe that, and we spend a lot of time away from our families to be a part of other kids' lives and try our best to win games and try to change boys into men. I really believe that all these guys over here do an exceptional job and their hearts are in the right place. Coach Kenny Murphy, our defensive coordinator, our offensive coordinator, Coach Gabe Gay, Parker Gordon, who helps me with assistant head coaching duties and helps us on the defensive side of the football, our defensive back coach, Brandon Edmond, our tight ends coach, Jacob Floyd, our wide receivers coach, Jordan Green, our technology coordinator, Dennis Howell, our offensive line coach, Matt Januka, our athletic coordinator, Coach Carlos Jones, our running backs coach, Coach Reggie Mack, our defensive line coach, Tyler Rogers, our outside linebacker coach, Trevor Wood. Also, not here tonight, but De'Eric Jackson, who played here in the late 2010s, 2019, I think it was his senior year, played at Kentucky the last 4 years. He came back and volunteered a lot of his time, and I think he's got a future in coaching if he wants to do so. And I don't know if he's here yet. He's supposed to show up. Buck Benton, who showed up on Wednesdays in our class, and kind of laid some character lessons on the boys, and we kind of look forward to that every Wednesday. Also, he was on the sidelines with us on Friday night. So this is coaching staff. Excellent job this year, and really appreciative of their time commitments as well as the time away from their families and all that pour into these kids. Another one, not next, but not not next down the list, but next, our wives, the coaches' wives and families, and my wife, I don't know, she's supposed to be here. Yes, she is in the back there. She just walked in, but I got home the other day, and I wanted her to get home from the hospital, so because I've been in there with them two youngest for a few minutes, and I don't know how she did it from August until December with both of them. Both need a lot of attention, and she did an excellent job. And I think our coaches' wives, all the time that they spend away from their husbands with us up there at school, we really appreciate their sacrifice, and I know they got to hold it down at home while we're gone. Our players and players' families, it's just a huge commitment, especially when you play as long as we did this year, to keep encouraging them, keep getting them to practice. We practiced on holidays, we practiced on Thanksgiving, we practiced a long time this year, and it takes a lot of commitment, a lot of support from our parents and families, just to get these kids where they need to be and support their goals and their interests. So we really appreciate that. Our administration, our superintendents, I would say that plural, Mr. Garnto and Dr. Hall, they support athletics. I think they were really excited about the season we had this year. Our principal, Miss Lynn Long, she did an excellent job of supporting our football program, all our sports and athletics. Really appreciative of her. Our assistant principal, Tim Allen, assistant principal, Ernest Holmes, assistant principal, Jason Thomas, who really helped us out with facilities and all this year. Our district athletic director, Coach Jeff Clayton. Our school athletic director, Coach Carlos Jones, who also helped us a lot day-to-day and on Friday nights. And I know his pregame speeches kind of went viral this year, so we appreciate all of that. Our athletic trainer, Hunter Martin. Our moms club, and I really don't want to leave any of the moms out because I know a lot of y'all help, but Miss Crystal Neesmith and Melinda Hester, Tracy Castle, Angela Howell, Miss Nikita Atkins, a lot of, and I know I'm missing some, and there's a lot of people that helped throughout the course of the year, but just really appreciative of the help from the Moms Club. A lot of what you see tonight and some of the things that were coordinated throughout the year are from the Moms Club. I will leave somebody out right here, but all the people that stepped up to feed us throughout the course of the year, whether it be pregame meal, in the playoffs, we didn't want for anything. We were fed multiple times a week, and they were good meals, and I think our kids were appreciative. I think those are the kind of things that you got to do in a successful program. I think our kids felt supported. I think our kids felt appreciated. So those are the kind of things I feel like we got to keep going. Liberty Church, for two reasons, and I'm going to recognize some of it. They allow us to have this banquet up here every year. They feed us a couple times throughout the year. And our 12th man, Jeremy Green. Is Jeremy here? I mean, I know Jeremy's here, but where you at, Jeremy? Jeremy the job that he did was tough this year, and he always had a smile on his face. He pulled his own personal trailer and truck all over the state of Georgia this year. And with our equipment on it and everything, he just volunteered his time, volunteered his equipment. And so we really appreciate him for that. That was huge. I don't think we can I can't show enough gratitude to really show you how I feel and appreciation enough. FCA, Spence Lovin and Jason Warren, who helped us out with that. I mean, our WLHS Booster Club, Holly Bill and her staff, who did a lot. They coordinate Picture Day. They coordinate a lot with all that. A Vertical Raise fundraiser, everybody that participated in that. Our bookkeeper, Ms. Kathy Davis. Our counselors, Holly Passmore, Sherry Malone, Kay Knight, who does our eligibility. And Holly Passmore and Sherry Malone make sure that our boys are in the weight training classes they need to be in every year. So that is a huge task to get done that they take care of. Julia Sanders, our registrar. TV 35, I think everybody enjoys the production of TV 35 and all putting the games on the internet so we can go back and watch them. Our chain crew, Brian Mason, Sammy Johnson, Marty Harrison, and Mr. Thomas Woodard. Our PA announcer, Tyler Daniel, Clay Reynolds, Lee Newsom, Jace Thompson, and I think it's probably the best radio crew in the state of Georgia. It's a professional type production. Anybody that goes back and listens to the game the next day or listens to it live. Raider Brigade, Mr. Horn, our middle school staff, Coach Baggett, and his staff did an excellent job, had a good year. our kids come to us ready to go, and we appreciate that. Coach Donald Way, who does our stats. And I'm probably missing some people, but it takes a lot to run a football program, and it takes a lot more than people think. And so everybody that contributes, we really and truly appreciate you.
Hey, this is Perry with Williamson's Bakery. We've been serving in Dublin, Lawrence County since 1965. At Williamson's Bakery, we put a little extra love in everything we make. Check us out on Facebook, or you can call us at 272-3344. Better yet, just come get you some. We're located at 1634 Veterans Boulevard.
Right now, we're going to move into our player recognition. So I got Coach Floyd and Coach Rogers going to come up and help us out. I said thank you to the Booster Club a minute ago. The Booster Club provides us, when a team wins a region plaque. So players, when you come up here, we're going to come here by class. We're going to call your name out. You're going to get a certificate, and you're going to get a region championship plaque, courtesy of the Athletic Booster Club. We're going to start with freshmen and work our way up to seniors. Kelsey Ashley. Lavaris Bailey. Braden Bailey, who I think is at a basketball game. Braden Baldwin. Brendan Bathen. Jamari Blash. Tremaine Chambers. Josiah Bixby. Tori English. Tristan Hardnett. Elijah Jackson. Perry Mackey. Stevie Maddox. Terrence McLean. Graydon McManus. Landon Neesmith. Joseph Reynolds. Jacoby Tobler. Devin Watkins. Zach White. Zachary White. Jandon Whitley. Lorenzo Wright. Well, I think I set y'all up for failure. Those were in numerical order. Mine was in alphabetical order. I apologize. I got that corrected. But this is your 2025 Raider freshmen. A lot of them missing a couple due to some other sports and that sort of thing, but really excited about this class. They get to see me first thing in the morning every day. They did for this whole first semester, and had a really good work ethic. Really pleased with their progress throughout the course of the year. A lot of sub-varsity action for most of these guys, and we're really excited about what they're going to do the next couple of years. Miss Pat, you good? You get the picture? All right, y'all go sit down. I got y'all. We're going to be good right here. Oh, sorry. Tucker Cullen, where you at? All right, we're going to go ahead with our sophomore Raiders. This is in numerical order, is the same as the certificates. Nicholas Hester. J.D. Hogan. Duggan Malone. Stephen Odom. Braylon Robinson. Bryson McMiller. Jace Williams. Kente Henderson. Aiden Moore. Caden Bloodsaw. Max Chafin. Trip Neesmith. Malik Green. Lane Neal. Cooper Smith. Damian Palmer. Jacoby Burney. Hudson Lee. Braden Willis. All right, this is your sophomore Raiders. Big class. We got some guys contributing on Friday night. A lot of growth. This is a class we feel really good about. You know, the ones we've seen a lot of maturity. I've seen a lot of growth even after this new year. I guess some guys in this group are feeling like it's their time to go, and it's a good group. It's a little bit of a playful group, but I've seen a little bit of a turn of the switch since we've gotten back from Christmas. So I hope we continue this good work, and you know, bright future the next couple of years for this group right here. Ms. Pat, you good? All right, we'll go ahead and call out our junior Raiders in numerical order. Justin Blash. Jaden Stanley. Janelle Browder. Blaine Becker. Jeremy Brownlee. Trayshawn Carswell. Leroy Mack. Knowledge Taylor. Christian Rozier. Jonathan Toney. Rashad Dixon. Quay Taylor. All right, so Junior Raiders, we're missing a couple of them tonight, but you know, a group that we feel good about, a group that's got some talent in it. We're looking to grow up a little bit and learn how to lead, and they're getting those opportunities every day, and hopefully we'll continue to grow, continue to learn, and continue to get better.
Hey, it's Stephanie again here at Shamrock Honda Kawasaki CF Motos, and I wanted to tell you about our CF Moto 4x4s. Perfect to get you in the deer stand or in your deer blind, and excellent once you kill that big buck to get it out of the woods. We have them in a variety of colors, including camouflage, emerald green, and reds. Come see us today for our full lineup of CF Moto 4x4s at 106 Savannah Avenue, East Dublin, Georgia. 478-272-4563.
All right, now for our seniors, if you could, I'm gonna talk a little bit about everybody. So hold all your applause and all that until the end. In numerical order, Jermidas Brown. All right, Jermidas played rover for us the past couple years. Funny story about Jermidas is you know, he transferred in here his freshman year and had a he started playing football with us right when he transferred. He played on the JV team, and then worked out with us all the off season, and then got to spring practice. We were doing spring practice that year, and he was MIA, and talked to his mama, and he was back there the next day. So I'm glad he stuck it out. I've seen a lot of growth out of him. He's a true team guy. He really celebrates his teammates, and we're really proud of Jermidas. Now you clap. Javon Hill. Javon Hill's a two-way player for us. Was our leading receiver this year, as well as second leader in interceptions on the team. Had a really good career on both sides of the football for us. Second all time in career interceptions. Just had a really good year. I mean, really good career. Not just this season or last season. Really good career as a Raider on both sides of the football and special teams as well. One of the fun facts about Javon, and I'm being a former track guy, is he's a 47-foot triple jumper, which I think is really impressive. Javon Hill. Ty Cummins. We'll talk about some of it in a minute, but Ty's already committed or signed to go play football at Georgia Southern next year. I think he's got a really bright future ahead of him. You know, really a record setter at this school. I think he's going to leave a legacy behind. Really proud of him. I think I've been talking about him for the last couple years now, and I think an awful lot of him, not just as a player. And the biggest compliment I can give Ty, as good as a football player he is, and I said it to him, is I believe he's a better kid than he is a football player, and that's really important to me. Ty Cummins. Jaden Watkins. Jaden Watkins has played outside linebacker for us the last couple of years. Was kind of thrown into action early after an injury his sophomore year, and I've seen so much growth and so much development out of him. And he really came into his own, I think, toward the end of last year and part of this year. And we joke with him, and, you know, Jaden's a wrestler. You know how I knew he was committed this year is because he didn't start, you know, magically slimming down toward the end of football season. He kept all his weight on. He looks a little slimmer now, but he kept his weight on and kept his strength up through the end of football season. 3-year starter at linebacker. Excellent career as a Raider. Jaden Watkins. Shannon Atkins. Shannon is signed up to go play football at Charleston Southern next year, and I know we got a couple of Georgia Southern signees and a Charleston Southern signee. Any of y'all that ain't got anything going on September 5th next year, the two teams are playing each other. I'm really looking forward to that. But Shannon's had an outstanding career at West Lawrence, and I think he's second on the single season tackle list after this season. Had an excellent career on both sides of the ball. I think one of the better games on offense was his sophomore year against Vidalia, where he rushed for about 130 yards, and then has had two really good seasons on defense and playing part-time running back as well. He's gotten a lot of touchdowns this year. Just a really good career as a Raider. Shannon loves football, and I think that shows in the way he plays and in the way he carries himself. So Shannon Atkins. Brandon Brooks. Brandon's had an excellent career as a slot receiver / running back for us. Played multiple positions. Thing about Brandon's physically gifted. Those of y'all that keep up with the GPS things that we've been doing this year, I think he's hit the second fastest time on the team, just shy of 22 miles an hour. That's really fast. He's got a bright future. I think Brandon's a college football player. Brandon doesn't talk a lot. He just works, and never heard him complain much. And that's the kind of guys that there's a common theme up here, and I'll talk about it in a minute. But these guys just like each other. They love each other. They play hard for each other. And Brandon's had an excellent career. Brandon Brooks. Jace Blash. Jace, is really and I use Jace as an example. Is earlier in the season when I talked to parents and stuff, he kind of came up the way that I think a developmental player should. He started out, I don't think he had a whole lot of experience playing football. Really worked hard at it. Really tried to learn it. Was on the scout team his freshman and sophomore year. And his junior year started at safety for us. Senior year, just had an extraordinary career in the secondary. And he's our all-time interceptions leader. So he's right now he's leaving a legacy behind him of really good football and all-time interceptions leader. But he really came up the right way, I think. Went from the scout team and caught the coaching staff's attention there, and he really just worked into a spot. He's a student of the game. Learns what's going on and really applies it. He's had an excellent career, Jace Black. Ethan Casey-Guyton. Ethan may be one of the strongest players I've ever coached, and is a real. I'm trying to phrase it the right way, but he's a freak in the weight room. All right, he's probably. I've seen him do things on a power clean that I've never seen a human do before. So really made his mark there, but you could see it carry over to the football field as well. Excellent year on the defensive line this past year. I went back and looked at. I was looking for something in particular, but I went back and watched the Vidalia film from all these guys' sophomore years, and I was like, "Who is number 49 right there?" And he doesn't even look like the same person. So this is what the weight room can do for you. Hard work. I've seen him grow. I've seen him change, and I've seen him mature. I think he's going to have a bright future ahead of him somewhere. Ethan Casey-Guyton. Cason Pollock. Case is a 2-year starter at quarterback for us, but the thing that he did an excellent job at quarterback for us and threw a lot of touchdowns. I figured exactly where, but he's on the all-time touchdown list. I want to say 3rd or 4th somewhere in that range. But he's the ultimate teammate. Does a lot of things that most quarterbacks wouldn't do, and took pride in it. And as a coach, you can't ask for much more. And him being an unselfish player and a leader. I think he's got a bright future in whatever he decides to do. Great young man and an unselfish team player, Cason Pollock. Evan Holmes. Evan's a success story, in my opinion. Some unfortunate events. Evan actually started a game for us on the freshman season and on 1-9, the 1-9 season at safety against Perry. He played a lot, and I think he actually got hurt in that game, right, Evan? And then misdiagnosed knee injury had him back sidelined again. So two knee injuries, a surgery, a rehab, and we got him back some last year. But really, came into his own, owned the spot at our Z position, and really flourished, in my opinion. Caught some touchdown passes, did an excellent job blocking, knows what's going on. He's got savvy about him, but just to come back from the injuries and everything and to have the season that we had this year, really proud of Evan Holmes. Hunter Castelaw. Hunter also started a game or two his freshman year for us. Took a little break from football sophomore year, but came back last year, had an excellent year. His junior year, really smart, wound up on some of the all-region, all-state publications. Got a compliment from a opposing coach. To me, those are the best compliments you get when a coach got to prepare for you. He said, the head coach from Oconee actually said 15 is a player. And I think Hunter is a really good player, extremely smart. I think he's got a really bright future, whatever he decides to do career-wise or college-wise. But really proud of Hunter Castelaw. Zorian Willis. Zorian Willis is a 3-year starter for us. Played a multitude of positions, but caught our attention his sophomore year just because he, I think it was on, blocked a punt against Dodge County, and his sophomore year, and just tackled really well, played really physically, caught the coaching staff's attention being able to do that, and he's had 3 really good years playing on the defensive side of the ball and a little bit of offense, and when I check these grades, number one, all these guys out here got really good grades, and I'm gonna call some more with some even better, but Zorian has excellent grades, really smart, well-mannered young man, really bright future ahead of him, whatever he decides to do. Zorian Willis. Evan Williams. Evan been with us 3 out of the 4. He's like the prodigal son. He left and he came back, and we welcomed him back with open arms. Really glad to get him back last year. Played several positions for us, defensive front as well as Z, and really took pride in the unsung job of playing the Z back position in our heavy package, and which we got a lot of mileage out of this year. Really good blocker, really hard-nosed player. Really glad he came back to be a part of our team, Evan Williams. Trey Williams. Trey is a 3-year starter on the offensive line for us, and undersized, a lot of grit, a lot of toughness about him. Really smart. I think he's got a good sense of humor about him. We give him a hard time, and he takes it really well. But really hard-nosed. Offensive linemen don't get a lot of thanks and praise, and that's something that he's taken pride in the last 3 years. And we got a pretty decent sized offensive line up for a high school offensive line, and Trey's gritty and undersized, and when I brag on him, I was like, look, them other 4 big old boys. I said, y'all watch out for 51 right there. But really proud of Trey, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him as well. Trey Williams. Tremel Tobler. Tremel is a 3-year starter for us. Played some defensive line his sophomore year, and then kind of moved to a full-time offensive line position this year. Tremel's got excellent grades. He played center, kind of took over the center, played tackle for us last year. Moved to the center position, which bad snaps and all that kind of stuff kind of puts you on edge and make you nervous, especially when you see him in practice. But I don't think I remember one bad snap during a football game. So if that's something you don't have to worry about, you can just worry about football and not bad snaps and all that kind of sort of thing. But Tramel knows I love him, and he can't get away from it. He's got my second block weight training now, and we continue our relationship, our relationship together. Really proud of Tramel, and I think got a bright future. Keith Walker. Keith Walker is a 3-year starter for us on the defensive line. Suffered an injury his sophomore year in the Griffin game, and came back from that. And one thing is Keith Walker's going to be there. He's going to be reliable. You're going to be able to count on him, and you don't have to. He's not. You don't hear him. He's not going to complain. He just does what he's told. And he does a really good job at it, and he's tough, and he's got some grit about him, and really appreciate Keith's effort the last 3 years. So Keith Walker. Michael Dasher. Mike is a true Raider. I think Mike loves playing football for West Lawrence. I think he really enjoyed his experience. Played on the offensive line for us the last couple years. I've seen him grow. I've seen him work on himself. I've seen him get stronger. I've seen the development in him, and I've seen the intrinsic motivation for him to want to get better. It really applies work ethic to himself and trying to get better and trying to improve. I think he's going to go play college football somewhere next year, and he really works at that and tries to promote himself. But Michael Dasher. Grady Howell. Grady is not only signed to play football at Georgia Southern, he's currently enrolled at Georgia Southern. So he is a college student for about a week now, and I hope that's going well, but I'm sure it is. Grady's a great student. He's an excellent student. He's already in college in January of his senior year of high school. But I think he's got a bright future as an offensive lineman at Georgia Southern, a 3-year starter. Really saw him grow in the weight room. Really saw that change in him his sophomore year. I met Dennis before I met Grady, I think, and I asked Dennis, I said, do you got a son that's as tall as you? He said, I think he's going to be taller. So I was like, well, that's good. We need some big bodies. So it's paid out, and he's going to change his life going to play college football at Georgia Southern. But really proud of Grady. I think he's got a bright future. I think I don't know if reality's hit yet, but they don't talk as nice to you once they get you on campus. So he can probably attest to that. But really proud of Grady and all he's done and accomplished. Jamari Trussell, affectionately called Jimmy. Jamari moved here a couple years ago from Mississippi and has really grown. I don't know his football background before he got here, but he has a motor, and he played a lot for us on the defensive front last year and this year before he sustained an injury. But we really missed his presence when he was out. And hopefully, I think, unfortunately, he was cleared right when we played Jefferson, and wasn't quite ready to go yet, but was working to get back right. And I think we were all holding out hope that he could get back and play. But Jimmy's a great kid. We're glad he came here from Mississippi and became part of our program. Really proud of him, and I think he's a working man, and I think he's going to have a bright future ahead of him. Jamari Trussell. Jaquan Gainey. Jaquan's been with us for 3 out of the 4 years, and shows up to work every day, plays on the defensive line, has got a high motor, has done a really good job with what we asked him to do. He's been consistent. He applies his trade, and we're glad we got him back. Got him back this year for his senior year, Jaquan Gainey. All right, well, this class right here, before they walk off the stage, is a special class to me personally, and I know it is to the rest of the coaching staff, but these guys are going to leave a legacy behind them, and that's one of the things that we talked about. Our, every year when we start lifting in January, there's a little saying, and I kind of stole part of it, but I kind of adapted it to what we got. But we want to build a big, strong, tough, physical football team that competes for championships on a consistent level. So, the region championship this year, which has only been done 3 times in the history of the school, this year makes 4th. Never been to the semifinals before this year. These guys got a lot of mileage on them. Most of them starting since their sophomore year. They're going to be etched in history at this school. And I think people are going to talk about the 2025 season for a long time to come. Hopefully we can continue what these guys have done. All right, that's my goal as a coach. So hopefully we can keep a lot of it going. This has been an awesome group to coach. They're easy to coach. They work hard. They want to win. You don't have to convince them of it. All right, so really, really hard. They do like to have a good time too, and we got to call them back every now and then. But they love each other. They work hard for each other. They play hard for each other. Just really proud. I talked about the season before, but the same sentiment for these guys. Really proud of them. It's almost like a child or something that my daughter's like. I always told them before one of the games. My daughter's 4 years old. We moved here when she was, I want to say 6 months old or something like that. And I've seen the same growth and maturity in my daughter that kind of equated to them. I've seen so many changes in them, and not just their physical growth, but also them growing as young men. And I feel like just seeing this case study of one class for 4 years at West Lawrence, what we can do all together. Hopefully we can keep it all going and keep this momentum going into next year. But this group really broke the mold. So hopefully we keep it going. But really proud of all these guys have done. A lot of them have really bright futures ahead of them. But this is our senior class, and truly proud of them.
Hi, I'm Bobby McCarthy.
And I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Flooring and Construction. Here in Lawrence County and the surrounding counties, we're your fully licensed and insured general contractor.
And we are serving people all over Middle Georgia with all of your home improvement needs.
We do things like flooring, siding, roofs, a complete build, garage doors, industrial doors. Come see us at either of our locations in Dublin, Georgia or Eastman, Georgia. You can call us in Dublin at 478-676-2662, or you can call us in Eastman at 478-559-1280.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and cooling unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new Amana, offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Call Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff at Allen's Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts.
All right, we're going to do this really quick. And I'm sure there's some, and I apologize before with the omissions, and some people are taking weighted classes and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have time to really differentiate between all that. There's some people taking college classes. I didn't necessarily distinguish between all those things, but I got A's and B's, and all A's. I want to recognize those. We're not going to call you up here so we can move on with the process. If you could just stand up. This is first semester, fall semester. We're in the middle of football season and playing football until December 5th. But that's a testament to parents pushing academics here and kids taking pride in it. Our A's and B's: Javon Hill, Shannon Atkins, Jace Blash, Evan Holmes, Tremel Tobler, Jamari Trussell, Janile Browder, Jonathan Toney, Nicholas Hester, Caden Bloodsaw, Aiden Moore, Max Chafin, Lane Neal, Hudson Lee, LaVaris Bailey, TJ McClain, Devin Watkins, Landon Neesmith, Elijah Jackson, and Torrey English. Guys, you know, then I'm gonna announce our all A's. There's some oh here now. I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised, but because they must do a little better for them teachers than they do for me. So, but really proud of these guys. It takes some effort, and it takes a little bit of a conscientious effort to try to make all A's. I was not fortunate enough to do that very much in my high school days, but really proud of these guys. Jermitas Brown, Kason Pollock, Hunter Castelaw, who, if I'm not mistaken, taking some college classes, right? Zorian Willis, also in some college classes. Trey Williams, Trey, you taking some college classes too? No college classes. Keith Walker, Grady Howell, definitely college classes. Jaquan Gainey, Rashad Dixon, J.D. Hogan, Duggan Malone, Braylon Robinson, Jace Williams, Trip Neesmith, Malik Green, Cooper Smith, Damian Palmer, Braden Willis, Brendan Bathen, Stevie Maddox, and Josiah Bixby. It's all A's. One of the things, and I'll brag a little bit about that, and, just in general, very few times do I have to backtrack and go back and look at people's grades and make sure they're eligible, make sure they're ready to go. There's only been a couple of instances since I've been coaching here that I have to worry about. Now I'm fortunate. I've been in some schools where half your team is in summer school and you can't really start your summer workouts until all those guys get out there and start practicing until all those guys get out there. So we're fortunate to have kids that care about their grades, and that's a testament to y'all as parents, as to, making and pushing that. Next, we're going to move into our all-region awards, and this is it. Y'all got it. But they're up there, the blue ones in the back. We'll start out with honorable mention and work back to first team. And how this works, just so everybody knows, is the region coaches vote on this. So you get a vote. If you nominate players, and then they get votes based on how many people voted for them. So this to me it's an important award when your coaches have to sit around and talk about you push your players and that sort of thing. A lot of times it goes down to stats and that sort of thing. But you impress the coaches, they say, hey, so and so's a good player, he needs to be on there. So if you impress the opposing coach, in my opinion, that's one of the highest honors. But honorable mention, quarterback Kason Pollock. Linebacker Zorian Willis. Defensive back Jermitas Brown. I'll let y'all catch up. They're the blue ones right there. Sorry. Sniffer back, Evan Williams. Offensive lineman, Michael Dasher. Running back, Braylon Robinson. Place kicker, Duggan Malone. And then tight end, Rashad Dixon. All right, we'll go to second team. Second team all region as voted on by the region coaches. Christian Rozier, offensive line. Camille Tobler, offensive line. Jaden Stanley, defensive back. J.D. Hogan, defensive back. Leroy Mack, linebacker. Hunter Castelaw, linebacker. Jaden Watkins, linebacker. Keith Walker, defensive line. Brandon Brooks, running back. All right, we'll go ahead and call first team players out there. First team, tight end, Evan Holmes. First team defensive line, Ethan Case and Guyton. First team defensive line, Max Chafin. First team linebacker, Shannon Atkins. First team offensive line, Grady Howell. First team offensive line, Trey Williams. First team offensive line, Jonathan Toney. First team defensive back, Jace Blash. First team defensive back, Javon Hill. Is that everybody? I'm joking. All right. Last but not least, the Region 4 AAA Player of the Year, Ty Cummins. when you win the region, you get to put a lot of people on the all-region team. So we're fortunate to do that. We good, Miss Pat? All right, Region 4 AAA, all-region team.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From mowing to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
All right, we're going to move on to our all-state. This is a pretty selective process. This is done by sports writers. Sports writers throughout the state. The AJC does one for all-state team. Recruit Georgia does one that's recognized by the sports writers, and the other one won't come out until February. That's done by the Georgia Athletic Coaches Association. So again, I don't think we've had that many all-state selections since I've been here, but we'll do the Atlanta Journal and Constitution AAA all-state team, and we're gonna start out with the honorable mention, guys. Y'all good? Yeah, we're good. All right. So all that AJC did was an honorable mention and a first team. So start out with the honorable mention on the AJC all-state team. Shannon Atkins, linebacker. All right. First team offensive line, Grady Howell. So in the region, if you get player of the year, that excludes you from first team or anything like that. The AJC was not like that. So 2 awards from the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. First team running back Ty Cummins, also the 3A Offensive Player of the Year from the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. All right, y'all 3 stay there. Don't go anywhere. All right. So I'll start out with the honorable mention. The other one's Recruit Georgia. The Recruit Georgia All-State team also only did an honorable mention and a first team. I'll start out with the honorable mention first. Jonathan Toney, honorable mention offensive line. Javon Hill, honorable mention DB. Jace Blash, honorable mention DB. Max Chafin, honorable mention defensive line. Hunter Castelaw, honorable mention linebacker. Shannon Atkins. Well, wait till Hunter goes, and then that was the time up, right? All right, Recruit Georgia All-State team, first team linebacker, Shannon Atkins. First team offensive line, Grady Howell. First team running back, Ty Cummins. Also, the 3A Player of the Year, as recognized by the Recruit Georgia database, Ty Cummins. These are your 2025 All-State selections. We can catch him up later too if we need to. All right, so before we get into the individual awards, there are several, and this is a good thing, there are several records that fell this season. And, you know, when you play a lot of games, you know, this is a credit to Coach Clayton for keeping up with all this, because I don't think most schools, they kind of do, but they kind of don't. But he's done it for a long time, and the stats are pretty accurate. So it's good to have this database to go back and look and see where you stand among history. And we got a lot that's going to be having, you know, seasons after this that are trying to catch records. So first of all, I'm going to go team records. Most wins in a season with 13. First semifinal appearance. The first 10-0 regular season. Offensively, we set 3 records. Most yards in a season. Most yards in a game. Most yards in a season with almost 5,000 yards of offense. Most yards in a game with 645. Most rushing yards in a season and a game. And then most points scored in a season, and that's a team thing. That counts defensive touchdowns as well. 525 for all scores. So all those records went down this year as a team, and you know, pretty lofty goals for the teams coming in behind them. Individually, we have several individual records that went down. Duggan Malone, our place kicker, most PATs made in a game with 10, most PATs made in a season with 65, and most PATs made in a career with 106. So Duggan, you can't even drive yet, can you? You 16 yet? Okay, you're 16. I was like, man, he's already all these records. You can't even drive yet. Jace Blash, most interceptions in a career with 11. So he's the career interception holder at West Lawrence. And then Ty Cummins, several right here. TDs in a season with 31. Touchdowns in a career with 64. Touchdowns in a game with 8. Points in a season and career. Most rushing attempts in career was 771. Most rushing yards in a game. The state record was 615 yards in one game against Baldwin this year. Most rushing yards in a season with 2,558. Most rushing yards in a career was 6,003. Most all-purpose yards in a season with 2,822. Most all-purpose yards in a career with 6,704. And there's probably a couple of more that if I look through I could find, but there's a lot of individual records that went down this season right there. But you know, really historic year. Good seasons like this is when records go down. Hopefully we can break them. I don't know, you know, we're going to try to. But really a lot of individual, a lot of team records broken this year, and we're really proud of those.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
Products you can count on, a name you can trust. That's Mid-State Tractor and Equipment.
We're going to move into our individual awards now, and just as the coaches come up, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I don't necessarily believe in individual awards. There's a few that we do. I like how we do this. Like the things that we've done to this point were recognized by not just us, but like people outside of the program, sports writers, people who view the program from outside. There are a couple that I do want to recognize, and some of them are based off of grades. Some of them are votes from their teammates, and to me that's how it ought to be. They voted for them right when we came back from Christmas, and you know, a peer award is kind of what we wanted to go with. So there's several that we wanted to vote on, but the first one is the academic award, which goes to the senior with the highest GPA. And you know, people smarter than me, you know, number one, he's smarter than me probably, but I mean, people in the school building that are smarter than me that can figure out who's got the highest GPA. And before I, you know, award these guys for the stuff, like, there's a lot of these kids that take college classes. I didn't take college classes in high school. There's a lot that'll have their associate's degree by the time they graduate. That's impressive. I've already named off all the all-A's kids that we have, all the A's and B's kids we have. It's over half the team. So, again, that's a really important part of our program. It's an important part of this community and an important part of this school. But this young man is, you know, a GPA that was close to an A his whole, you know, straight A's his whole high school career, with some college classes factored in. Graduated early, is already enrolled in college. Not only is he, you know, the dad goes student athlete, student first. I know his mom and daddy make him do right. Academic award goes to Grady Howell. Seems to always go to an offensive lineman. For some of these awards, I wanted either a position coach or their unit coach to come up here and present. So the next award is I'm gonna let Coach Mack present. It's going to be a scout team award, and what scout team is trying to emulate the opponent's offense or defense. But I was gonna let Coach Mack present this, talk good about the person that got it, and you know, recognize them.
Oh man! All right, listen, I'm here. This I bet. All right, so this guy here, I believe in, for us to be successful on offense and defense, it starts with your scout team making sure that you give the best look. And I feel like this guy is a talented kid, and he's there, he's ready. But next year, the state's gonna know, like, where did this back come from? And all year, this guy has ran the ball hard at scout, and he just hasn't had that moment in a varsity game yet, as much as he wants. But like, my backs, they see him and they were like, "Hey man, coach, this he's good." And I'm like, I can see it. He's just behind 3 other people. But when your starting linebackers, when they say, "Hey coach, this guy that's running the ball against us, he's the hardest back that we've seen all year," that's when you know that guy's good. And the scout team player of the year is going to be Braylon Robinson. You got me nervous, yo. This is crazy. Get away from here.
Just to piggyback off of that a little bit, you know, it wasn't like Braylon was just a scout team player. He was a part of our offense and also was willing and, you know, willing to go over there and give a look on the scout team. Excellent effort the whole season. Really proud of his effort. I think he's got a bright future the next couple of years. The next award I'm going to present, because, you know, I spearheaded most of these units, and you know, there were several. This was a pretty close race, but you know, had a really good year on the special teams. I think it's a point of emphasis for not just me, but our coaching staff and our players. But this young man, I've already read a lot of his accolades. Most PATs made in a game, most PATs made in a season, most PATs made in a career. Really important field goal. We ran our green field goal out there, and I saw his range grow throughout the course of the year. I saw his consistency get better, and just he's almost like automatic on extra points, and got really good and really confident throughout the course of this year. So Special Teams Player of the Year, Duggan Malone. All right, the Defensive Player of the Year, I'm going to let Coach Murphy present.
I like to give long speeches sometimes after practice, but I promise it's kind of late, so I'm going to cut it short on you tonight, guys. But first, I just want to say thank you to a couple people. First, thank God for this opportunity. These guys, man, God truly has blessed us this year with these team, with these guys. Yeah, we couldn't ask for a better season outside of being in the state championship game, but I just thank him for that. I want to thank Coach Kip for giving me the opportunity to be the defense coordinator, to lead these guys. I want to especially thank my staff, Coach Edmond, Coach Wood, Coach Rogers, Coach Jones, Coach Gordon, Coach Jackson. Without them, I'm nothing. And I thank them so much from the bottom of my heart for what they do for me, what they do for these guys right here, giving me the wisdom to do the things that I do, giving me encouragement, being there with me every day. I know it ain't easy some days when I'm on you and you feel like, dang, why he on me? But I just want the best for y'all so we can get the best out of these guys. So I just want to say thank you for that. My wife, thank you so much. Like, that's my rock. Like, it ain't always easy. I know she hates sometimes what I do, but she loves the reward of how I feel on Friday night after watching these boys do what they do. And I know they sure do love her brownies when she makes them, so they thank her as well. So I thank her for that so much. Thank these guys. Man, I look at so many of them right here, and I'm gonna hate to see some of them leave. Seemed like when I first got here, some of them left, some of them came back, some of them were young pups. But man, these seniors, they grew up. The guys that, when they came in as freshmen that are juniors now, they grew up, and I thank y'all. I know it ain't easy when we pushing y'all, but I promise you we push you for opportunities like you got this year. We push you for opportunities like you're going to get in life to be men, and we thank you for what you do for us, because without y'all, we wouldn't even be in this position that we in. So we thank you. We thank you parents as well. Thank you for letting us coach them hard. Thank you. A lot of parents don't allow us to coach their sons hard, and it shows. There's so much going on in the world right now, and there's a lot of people that just weren't able to be disciplined and coach hard. We thank y'all from the bottom of our heart for letting us coach your kids hard, because we want to see them be successful just like you do, not only on the field, but in life, and that's what this goal is. But this award that we're handing out tonight, it goes to a guy that truly, truly deserves it. Now, there's a lot of guys in this room that deserve this award. We got some record holders on this team. We got some leaders on this team. It's not just one person that makes the defense, but this guy, for the past couple of years since I've been here, he has been clear-cut the guy that's been the leader. He's showing up every day, even some days when I'm hard on him. He don't like it. But at the end of the day, he knows that what I'm trying to do for him is for ultimately what they got this year. This guy ended the season with 130 tackles, which is second all-time for a single Seagulls tackling in West Lawrence history. This guy, he had 10 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 4 pass breakups, 3 caused fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Should have been 3. I don't know how you get to the 1 and don't score, but he got 2 touchdowns. Man, he signed a scholarship to Charleston Southern University. We're proud of him for that. We look forward to seeing what he's going to do. We look forward to seeing what you're going to do in life. The guy that is the 2025 Defensive Player of the Year, Shannon Atkins.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and cooling unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new Amana, offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Call Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff at Allen's Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts.
All right, next we're going to do our offensive. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Our Offensive Player of the Year award, I'm going to get Coach Gay up here to present that award.
I bet nobody can guess who this is. Now, you've heard this kid mentioned several times already tonight. I mean, he's probably got 25 plaques to carry out of here. I don't know how he's going to get it all in the car. And, you know, we've all been a witness and seen some of the incredible things that he's done on the field the last 4 years and this year. And, you know, what a lot of people don't see, you know, is what a good teammate he is. You know, in post-game, you know, interviews and stuff, always gives credit to the offensive line, gives credit to his quarterback. And then, you know, we're on defense. He got on my nerves a lot because I feel like he's almost on the field trying to hype the defense up. That's the type of kid he is. He's a team player. He's a true Raider. And like Coach Kip said, he's an even better kid. And next year in Statesboro, they're going to see what we already know. So our Offensive Player of the Year is Ty Cummings.
All right, the next award is a Demarius Thomas 12th Man Award. And what this has become for us is, this is the one voted on by the coaching staff. So this is the lone one voted on by the coaching staff. It's somebody that we think embodies what it is kind of to be a Raider. And truly from the 4-year sample size of growing and developing, do they possess the traits that we want them to have? Do they work hard? Are they consistent? Are they coachable? Do they work hard in the weight room? Do they work hard on the field? Are they a good student? Do they develop the right way? And there's several guys, I think, that on this team, more than several really, that kind of exude that. And there's one person in my mind, I've already, you know, one person that came to mind to nominate, and then, you know, several others, of course, but you know, somebody that's done things the right way. They start off their freshman year not knowing a whole lot. They show up to work, they get better. Next year they're on the scout team. Continue to work, continue to get better, continue to work in the weight room, continue to grow, continue to learn. The next year they move into a starting role, taking coaching, never talk back, work hard every day. At the school before the coaches sometimes. Really committed to what it takes to being great. 5 interceptions junior year, almost close to a single season record, and then, sorry, I got it right. But next year, 6 interceptions, 11 interceptions on his career. Just to see that development and growth, you know, just an excellent young man. I really think he's going to have the opportunity to go play college football next year, but just the person that we think kind of exudes that the most on this team, Jace Blash. Also, a man, a few words to get him to talk a little bit. We got a speech class next year in college. We'll see how he does. But really proud of this football team. That's going to wrap up our awards. But just in closing, you know, really proud of all the things that have been accomplished this year. Historic season, one that I'll remember for a long time. That I'll cherish the experience of, you know, to go from where we came from, 1-9, 2-8, 8-3, to 13-1. A lot of it's on y'all, guys. I'm looking at, and really appreciate that for allowing me to have that experience. Seniors, you got your banner up here. There's also a plaque with your number and an action photo of you right there, hopefully to hang up on your wall. The Moms Club did a basket for you, so that's also yours right there. Please take all that with you when you go. This will conclude our banquet. We're really looking forward to next season. Thank you.